On this episode, I'll be unboxing Skyfall from Music on Vinyl at the movies. Let's cue the music. Hello and welcome to the show. I know it's been a while since I've done an unboxing, but it's like Christmas season and I've been pretty good about not buying vinyl. But everything I have purchased, it's a lie. I've been buying vinyl. It's just they're all pre-orders. So we have stuff coming down the pipeline. But for now, this was a pre-order I ordered like back in June or July or something. And I got a message saying that this was delayed. This is the limited 300 edition gold vinyl of Skyfall by Thomas Newman. And they said it was going to be delayed, at least the gold ones, not the silver ones. The silver ones already went out, but the gold ones were going to be delayed until December 20th. And then a couple days later, I got an update saying it was going to be delayed until December 23rd. Music on Vinyl. At the movies, the 3 extra days, it doesn't matter. You don't have to notify me that's going to be 3 days later. Regular old mailer. I'm not sure how to open this because there's no pull tab. So I'm just going to probably have to just rip into this thing. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Music on Vinyl, they put out really good sounding music. I've never had an issue with any of their vinyl. As far as the artwork goes, they always use poster art, which is kind of boring, but for the most part, like, dude, listen, like, I'm getting Skyfall on vinyl, so that's great. Let me talk about Skyfall since we're here. I really don't have much to say about, like, the artwork or anything like that, but Skyfall, like, normally, I'm just going to say it, like, normally, oh, there is a pull tab. Found the pull tab. It's right here. Not necessarily the biggest Thomas Newman fan. I don't like seek out his music. I'm familiar with it. Like, there's a couple I like. I like The Player. I like The Good German. And so when Sam Mendes was announced to be the director, this is a really good pull. Nice, satisfying pull tab. When Sam Mendes was announced that he was going to be the director of Skyfall, I was like, oh, well, there goes David Arnold, who I love, and I wasn't really the biggest fan of Thomas Newman, but I'm like, okay, we'll see how it goes. And I got to be honest with you, I really like Thomas Newman's scores to the Bond movies. I think I might like Spectre a little bit more. Spectre has some like 60s flute and bongo shit going on, which I really dig. But I really like Skyfall as well. I like M's theme. M has that sort of horn theme. And already I'm seeing a problem, guys. So if you look at this chunk right here, right there, got into the vinyl. It made its way all the way from Europe with a minor ding. It looks pretty bad. I'm going to be honest with you. But Music on Vinyl, you always put these... holy crap, this is really in here. It's like, ooh, that's loud. There's like a sort of adhesive in here that goes. This mailer is no joke. So let's take a look at it. Here's the cover. Man, this thing is pretty chunked up. I got to be honest with you. Let's take a look at it. I don't know if I can't send it back. I mean, it came from Europe. It was pretty inexpensive, but there's a huge chunk right there, just chunk out of it. And then the other side, we'll get the plastic out, but it's just chunked up totally. So usually they put these in these PVC things. They're usually a lot thicker. I don't think this is PVC. This is just like a regular like plastic thing. I'll probably toss this. The hype stickers on there. Music from Thomas Newman. I don't believe that this has the Adele song. The Bond movies are really weird about this. Man, this is pretty chunked up, guys. Let's take a look at this. So if you look at the box, I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't know what you guys think I should do, but I mean, they only made 300 of these. Mine is at the movies, numbered 103, if you could see it there. And both sides are chunked up. So the spine is chunked up there, and the other side, the gatefold, is chunked up there and chunked up there. It's in pretty bad shape. Not terribly happy with it. I mean, look at this. Here's the gatefold. The gatefold's fine. I like the photo they used, but if you look, it is just, holy cow. It did not get here in great condition at all. I don't know about return policies, especially when it's like a limited edition 300 disc set, but that's a real bummer. Skyfall poster art, music by Thomas Newman. The cover of this is almost like I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a cardboard and some sort of like a plasticky wrap. So it feels like a nice, like you're not going to get fingerprints on this, and you're also not going to get tears. You will get dings, I can tell you that much. Let's see how the record turned out, man. This is, I mean, I've never returned a record, but there may be a first time for everything. So I'm going to open this up. Here's a booklet. Again, the booklet got chunked up too. These are just liner notes, and it's just photos with information on the back, which probably could have also been on the back of the album. Yeah, this is the back of the album. Ah, boy. So for me, when it comes to Skyfall, looks like there's a Skyfall poster in here. I'm not going to open it up, but it's also chunked up pretty bad. For me, Skyfall, the score, actually, I really enjoy it. I think that Thomas Newman, as far as the score goes, I think it's really good. But I think his version of the James Bond theme is a little bit off. Just a little bit off. You can tell by the first note, as soon as after the MGM line roars and all that stuff, the UA logo, and it just does that cold open on Bond in the hallway. It just sounds a little bit off. We're so used to John Barry, and then after coming off like a decade of David Arnold, there's something that's just a little off. So as far as the James Bond stuff in the score goes, it's not my favorite, but as far as Thomas Newman goes, it's really good. So here's the sleeve, and again, chunked up. Picture of Bond on the back. There's a window here, and you can see the record through it. This is the gold version, and I'm wondering, this is actually really nice. It looks like it's all in one piece. So you got the Skyfall logo there, James Bond on the back. And I don't know, like I'm wondering if I can, if the record's fine, it looks like the record's, at least this one's unscathed. I think there's a second record in there. That's fine, but it's really, really chunked up. So I don't know if they would send me a replacement, like everything but the records. Like all the packaging, the dust jacket and everything like that. I wonder if they could resend me that, but then mine's numbered. Like I said, on the back, it says MOV 000138 of 300. This side is really chunked up. So let's see if this record survived. Here we have the image for the inner sleeve on this one, and again, let's get that in there. So you can see it. It's just destroyed. Same image of Bond on the sleeve. I like this, the gun barrel logo, and the record is in shape. Skyfall logo. Bond. I can't tell if you can see it in here, but it's like a gold with a slight sort of a little bit of marbling, which is cool. And yeah, the records are fine, and I'm not real happy about how it arrived. I mean, it's just crunched. It's just crunched. But luckily, it's not one of my favorite Bond movies. I think Skyfall is a good movie, but it's so well done that I feel like it strays a little too much from Bond. I prefer my James Bond to be over the top, silly, campy, fun, or like really good spy thrillers. And I think that Skyfall is just kind of like it might take itself too seriously. Good movie, not one of my favorite Bonds, but Daniel Craig's amazing in it. Judi Dench is amazing in it. Javier Bardem, I like. He just shows up a little late in the movie. I think it's shot beautifully, and I like the score a lot. So luckily, I'll be able to listen to this, but I'm going to contact Music on Vinyl. Man, I'd hate for them to have to resend this, but it's a little banged up for my taste. So anyway, I'll tell you what, let's leave it to the comments below. Go in the comments below. Go on social media, on Twitter at Cue the Music, or on my Instagram at Cue the Music Podcast, and let me know what I should do about this. It's the holiday season. I'm pretty forgiving, and I mean, you're not going to see this junk because it's going to be slid in with the rest of the records, but this side is also junked up, and it's just, it looks worse. Like, this needs a field test like Bond and Skyfall. So we'll see how it goes. A little disappointing. I've always had a good time with At the Movies and Music on Vinyl, so this is a little bit of a bummer, especially since I love Bond and I'm adding to my collection, which is now over there by the Green Lantern statue. Anyway, I feel a little frazzled, but I'm not sad because this is definitely first world problems. Is that what the kids say? I'm going to go listen to this record and then let me know what you think I should do about this. Should I contact them or not? Let me know. I have an interview with Henry Abrams coming soon. We're going to discuss an upcoming release that he has, the artwork he did for Mondo. If you are paying close attention to my shows, especially the interview with Mo Shafiq and Spencer Hickman from Death Waltz, Mondo Death Waltz, you'll know what we're talking about. And I've had this interview. This interview was done on May 9th. So it takes a long time for records to come out and be announced, but look forward to that interview with Henry Abrams in the very, very near future. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.